What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Quick video for you today. We're going to talk about two different things on this video. The first thing is I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on where we mounted the TSS sensor. If you're new to the channel, roughly, I don't know, 2.5, 3 months ago, give or take, we installed a Royalty Core grill on the Tundra. My hands down favorite grill for our trucks, but the only problem is it doesn't have a spot for the TSS sensor. I originally put it behind the grill, hoping it would work, and it did for the first 2 or 3 days, and then I started getting very sporadic error messages. It was kind of hit and miss. It would work sometimes, it wouldn't work others. So I had to get a little creative. I did not want to modify the grill at all. I didn't want to have to cut into it to, make a spot for the sensor or anything like that. I love the grill. I didn't want to have to do that. So I got a little creative, and I put the sensor in a spot where I've never seen anybody else put it before. So I originally just did it kind of as a test just to see what would happen, and it worked for the first few days, so we left it there. And since I did the video, again, if you're new to the channel, I do have a video on the channel showing where we mounted it and how I actually did it. Because again, it's a very kind of unconventional location to put the sensor. I've never seen anybody else do it before, but I do have a video showing you how to get it done if you would like to do it. So here we are over 2 months later. I've had people message me, ask me on the channel, talk forums that I'm in. It always comes up, people talking about those relocation brackets and how sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I've been asked directly about where I put mine, people who have seen that original video. Over 2 months later, and I just want to let you guys know, I have not had a single error message. I've put a lot of miles on the truck, city, highway, several road trips, towing the boat, not towing the boat, driving under all different conditions. My wife and I actually had to go up to New York last weekend. We sold our camper up there. We're going to be getting a new one, but we had to go up. We sold the old one, and on the way home, we got caught in absolute downpours. I mean, it was coming down like crazy, and at one point, it was even actually hailing and a little bit of sleet mixed in, and no issues whatsoever with the sensor. No error messages, no nothing. If anything, I would actually say the sensor's even a little bit more sensitive than it was in the old location. And the only reason I say that is the adaptive cruise control. When I'm on the highway, I love that feature. That's probably one of my favorite features of the TSS. So on the adaptive cruise control, when I have that on, that sensor will pick up vehicles like way out ahead of the truck. I mean, a pretty good distance. It's actually pretty impressive how far away that sensor will pick up the vehicles in front of me. So everything is working perfectly. And just another real quick, I'm not too proud to say this, but a couple weeks ago, the sensor saved my behind. I had the kids in the truck with me, and we were on a local road here. It wasn't really a side road, but it wasn't like an expressway. The speed limit was 45, so we were doing like 40, 45 miles an hour, and I got distracted with the kids. I turned, and before I knew what was happening, the truck started beeping at me like crazy. It actually, if you guys are familiar with the TSS, it'll even apply brakes for you if needed slightly. But it started beeping like crazy. I turned, the vehicle in front of me had slammed on their brakes. And if it wasn't for that sensor starting to beep at me and going crazy like it did, there's no doubt in my mind I would have rear-ended the person in front of me. And again, we were doing 40, 45 miles an hour. It would have done some damage. So the sensor is working perfectly. So if you guys are in the market for an aftermarket grill or to change out your grill at all and it doesn't have a spot for the sensor, if you want to do it like I did it, don't be afraid to. It is working perfectly. And I've actually talked to a couple other individuals who saw my video. They did it themselves and no issues on their end as well. So I've only talked to 2 other people who have done it since I came out with the idea and put the original video on the channel. But again, I've had no problems. Those 2 have no problems. So it works perfectly. All right, so don't be afraid to give it a shot if you want to go with the grill that doesn't have a spot for the sensor. It will work with any grill out there on the market. That's the other key. It'll work with any grill out there. Doesn't matter what the grill's made out of, and you'll see if you go back and watch that original video of where I have it mounted and how I did it, it'll work with any grill on the market. So, all right, don't be afraid to give it a shot. Second topic, real quick for the video, I just wanted to mention, it's another one of the hottest topics in all of the Tundra forums, and you see it constantly. People debating the transmission cooler. I'm not here to debate whether or not it's needed. I personally don't even know if it's needed or not, to be honest with you. I've towed my boat plenty of times, never had any issues at all. But we are going to be installing the transmission cooler on the 2020 Tundra Platinum. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. I already have it on the way. It's being shipped to me. So we will be doing that in the very near future. Seems like a pretty straightforward install. Seems like something just about anybody can do. And so we're going to get that done. I'll show you guys step by step how to get the transmission cooler installed on our trucks if you are worried about it. I see people debating this and concerned about it. Literally almost every day I see conversations on this transmission cooler issue and the fact that Toyota took it off the Tundra starting in 2019 and up. All right, so stay tuned. If you're interested in the transmission cooler, we're going to be doing that in the very near future, step by step. As always, I'll help you guys out, get that installed. All right, any questions, comments, concerns on anything we talked about in this video, the sensor, the cooler coming up, anything like that at all, feel free to leave them down below. We always get back to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.